Now we will put the keys together.
According to Henrik's notes, I need to make a key out of these pieces.
So, Call goes on top. We have to put him on the right side. Okay, so now we can put these in. Looks like that one.
Now I have the key.
Okay, now that we have the completed key, we can open the monolith. Now, we need one other thing to open the monolith. And that would be this.
Something's missing here. Something's missing here.
You have to put in...
This side looks damaged.
You have to put in these rings for the calendar rings. And that's the first step. To do that, you have to steal the ones that are in the museum. They're in a case in the museum and put them in. And then you have to turn them to a specific date, which, to know the date, I think it's the date that Pakal ascended the throne. So you just have to find that date around here. Maybe it's in... It's not there. Nope. Here it is. Okay, the famous British explorer Archibald Rutherford discovered the piece in 1884 within the Palenque Temple. The text on the slab commemorates Pakal's ascension Sulcan date of 6 Lamont. And you can go back to the Temple 3 level to figure out which symbol is Lamont. Okay, take these.
Wow, these are heavy. I'm not sure I can hold on to these stones for very much longer. I've got to put these things down.
So Nancy is saying the stones are really heavy. We have to hurry and put them in the monolith. Okay.
The poem said, when the first king ascends again.
So it's 6 Lamont. First let's do 6, which is 5, 6. And then I'm just going to spin this until it opens. There you go. So now that opened this little square.
I'll have to choose which side of the cube goes here. Nothing happened.
Okay, again, this is kind of trial and error for me. I guess the idea is that you would know which side is south and then you just spin around and do it on each side. Until you go back around to the front.
This should be the last step.
And this is the last step.
I wonder what's inside.
And it is the dead body of Amaxakali.
It's blank.
Who's your friend, Nancy?
Boo. Taylor Sinclair.
Who'd you expect, the Tooth Fairy? Looks like someone forgot her beauty cream. I guess we can't all age gracefully.
I'm sure she would say the same about you.
You've been a top-notch assistant, Nancy, but I'm afraid you're just not going to make it in the art world.
Why are you doing this?
Nancy, do you have any idea what that book contains?
This tomb and all of its contents belong to Mexico.
Finders keepers, I say. Nobody even realizes this thing has any contents. Won't they get a surprise when they finally open it up and find that it contains a 7th century scribe and a 21st century detective? Adios, Nancy.
Okay, so we have to use this to put
Something's
something
missing
there.
here.
And to get that, we have to spin around and open her mouth.
I'm starting to run out of air in here.
And you have to hurry because Nancy is running out of air. Then you put that. Oops.
I've got to get out of here.
And then you just take that.
I'm suffocating in here. Let me out.
Yes, you're suffocating. So then she got the real writings in this thing and it lets her out.
Behold!
So
Our
this is the
heroine
true
emerges from the tomb, like a mermaid from the sea.
Meanwhile, the foolish villain stews in the sour soup of his own miscalculation.
From deep in the recesses of time, a wise royal scribe whispers her thanks.
And a priceless chapter of history is rescued from obscurity. Way to go, Nancy!
What in the world? Ah! Confound you, Nancy Drew!
Dear Dad, it was great to talk to you on the phone last night. I can't wait to see you back in River Heights where I can fill you in on the whole story. Can you believe that your own daughter was recently standing face to face with a real mummy? Now that the scribe's book has been recovered, I understand how important it is and why Taylor thought he could make a fortune selling it on the black market. The book contains one of the only personal accounts of Maya life and existence anywhere. I'm sure it'll be a tremendous addition to our knowledge of the Maya once it's translated, that is. And now that Henrik's memory is back up to speed again, I'm sure he'll be itching to get to work on it. Taylor Sinclair won't be making any art deals for a long time, though, that's for sure. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about Alejandro's discovery that the Pakal carving's provenance documents were faked after all. When Franklin Rose and the board found out, they arranged to return the artifact to Mexico right away. Mexican officials are so happy to have the artifact back, they have pledged a new era of diplomatic relations with Beach Hill. Joanna sure learned her lesson about making deals with shady operators like Taylor. The board has agreed to give her another chance as long as she reforms her business tactics. And what else? Oh yes, Poppy Dada's announced a new direction in her artwork. All her new paintings are going to feature, what else? Mysterious red handprints. So I guess everyone is taking off in new directions now. I'm going to stay and help this exhibit get launched. But I'll see you back at home in a couple of weeks. Have a safe trip home. Love, Nancy.
Dear Nancy, Bess and George told me you're on a case in D.C. I hope everything is working out for you. I wish I could say the same for me. I'm planning on living here, but there's been some trouble. I think someone or something doesn't want me here. Please, Nancy, I'm afraid I can't stay here very much longer. I know you're busy, but I'm desperate. I need you to come out and investigate. Please say you will. Your friend, Sally.
So get a sneak peek of Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. This is the first game where they started doing trailers for the next game at the end of games. So next game I'll be doing is Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Super fun. Love that game. Very beloved game by most of the Nancy Drew community. Yeah, so that was Secret of Scarlet Hand. I actually really like that game because it's kind of challenging. It's a lot more challenging than the previous games, that's for sure. But it's also like fun to put together the keys and like call all these different contacts and get the different carvings from them. Henrik having amnesia in the fall. It's all very dramatic. Taylor Sinclair is a pretty funny villain. Big Bunny. Confound you, Nancy Drew. It's I don't know, I like it. It's pretty fun. So yeah, that's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. I also really like the music in this game. Here's the cast as usual. Lonnie Manelas, Nancy Drew. And the other cast members there. But yeah, I'm really excited to do Ghost Dogs of Moonlake next. Definitely one of the best games. So, yep. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see, well, not see, but thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for my Ghost Dogs of Moonlake playthrough.